doing really well. I hope y'all had a really wonderful week. I had kind of an okay week, I'm not gonna lie. We were a little short at work this week, but that's okay. I think what kind of sat with me the most was that our 14-year-old intern called me a corgi, and I couldn't be upset about it because she was probably right. I didn't know what a corgi was. It's a type of dog, and I looked it up on Google, and sure enough, the first two images that pop up are, a tiny short dog with, a fairly large backside on it. And I was like, that does kind of look like a corgi back there. I was like, all right, I can't be mad. They're pretty cute, so I'll accept it. I'll run with that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm terrible at selfies. I'm 32 years old, and you'd think I'd be better at it, but I'm really not. And I don't understand it because I use all of the same techniques that everyone else uses. I use the angles, where you hold your phone up and try to find like a good angle, but my T-Rex arms don't give me many angles to choose from. I also look for good lighting, like I'm a spinning compass. I don't know if you've ever seen those kids when they're looking for good lighting, they're just kind of like, I do that, it doesn't really work. I also try to do the duck lips, in my pictures, but it just accentuates the natural mustache that the women in my family are born with. So that doesn't really work out for me. I also have a lazy eye, so that definitely doesn't help, And I feel really bad calling it lazy, with the way society is nowadays with political correctness and all that. So I just named it Eileen. Eileen is a diva though, okay? So anytime we're in group selfie mode for more than 5 seconds at a time, she'll start throwing her weight around, usually to the center of my face. And it looks like she's whispering secrets to my nasal cavity. Not many people realize this, but having a lazy eye can really ruin romantic moments, You giggle because you don't understand yet, but I'll let you know, okay? So imagine this, you're having a romantic evening out with your date, and, he's being really attentive, and, he's paying attention to you, and he's looking deep into your eyes because he's making great eye contact, and then he starts second guessing which eye he should look into. Because he's a gentleman, he's not going to ask you, which one do I check out first. Instead, he's just going to, spread the love and look into both of them, one at a time. And so while you're looking at him, you just see shifty eyes. And it looks like he's slowly trying to release gas at the table. You're like, great, I picked the winner. Oh my goodness. Growing up, my teachers always complimented me on my penmanship. Little did they know that I actually had a lot of practice writing bundles and bundles of letters because my dad was in prison. But, I really truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So now that I write for a living, I feel like God was just setting me up with career building skills early on. If my junior high self could see me right now, she'd be so disappointed that our dreams of becoming a chola never happened. And, it sounds crazy, but I really admired their style. Their big hoop earrings, the dark outline lips, the eyebrows that were, they just said so much. They made a statement, It's like they could just shut off their emotions and let their eyebrows do the talking. And I just really admired that. I should have known it wasn't going to happen though, because my mom would never let me shave my eyebrows just to draw them back on. And I'd be so mad at her. But I really admired that about them, that their fashion made a statement, and I really liked it. And my mom didn't, but that's okay. Speaking of moms, my sister is now single mom. She's a single mom of 2 boys, preteen boys that play soccer. So it's really nice when I get to go out there and see them. They were recently on the same team, which is great for my sister because she just has to keep up with one schedule instead of 2. Not so much for my nephews because now not only are they competing against a whole nother team, they're also competing with each other for mom's attention. on the same team while they're on the field at the same time. So, for one, it works out well because he's athletically gifted. The other one, he enjoys playing, but let's just say, he's that kid that was out getting, distracted by the dandelions while he's waiting for the ball to come approach him. He's gotten better since then, but, he's just not there with his brother quite yet. So I was at a game with her the other day, and they were playing, and she was just getting after it. She's really competitive, so, it turns into one of those soccer mom things on the side where it's like, hey, move your feet, pick it up, let's go, come on, pass the ball, focus, that kind of thing. And my nephew had a really good shot to hit the ball in there, so he kicked for the ball, and he made really great contact with it. Unfortunately, that ball ended up making really great contact with the little girl in front of him. And so she took a ball to the face pretty hard, and my nephew was devastated because he's learned to never hit girls, and the ball hit her pretty hard. And so he just, as soon as it made contact with her, he was just, and he just looked at his mom, and he was like, I'm sorry. And my mom said, his mom said, it's okay, she knew what she was signing up for when she got into this, just keep going, all right? So other than that hiccup, it was an interesting game. But the kids came off the field, the athletically gifted one, he came off, and she was like, good job, baby, you did great, I'm so proud of you, way to hang in there. The second one came off, and she said, baby, come here. And so she put her arm around him, and she goes, hey, darling, she goes, I know you had a rough day today, and it was a little hard keeping up there with your brother and all, but, listen to me. You need to focus, you need to get your head in the game next time, because if you mess with mommy's game time, mommy's gonna mess with your game time. And we're not gonna be playing Nintendo or Fortnite. We're going to be running drills in the front yard. Mommy loves you. My husband overheard her, and he was like, what are you doing? They're kids, they're not playing for the World Cup here, okay? She said, not with that loser attitude, they're not. But with me as their mom, they've got a shot. So it kind of sounds like she has a favorite, like between the two kids, but she says she doesn't. All parents swear that they don't have a favorite. My mom swears she has no favorite, but I know which one it is. It's not me, it's my brother. And I'll be like, Mom, what's up with this? Why is he your favorite? And she'll say, Ayana, I'm not gonna argue with you, okay, all right? Your brother's doing very well for himself right now, okay? He lives in a really exclusive gated community with his roommates. He's pursuing other education options, and he makes time for his mother. Every weekend I go see him. I'm like, yeah, but he's in prison. So there's that. I took my mom to visit him the other day for her birthday. She was so excited to go see him. And he was excited to see us too. So he gave us a hug, and we sat down and we got to talk with him. And then he says, Mom, he goes, I have a present to show you. And she's like, a present? And I got worried because I used to work in corrections, and so I was like, whatever he gives you, don't touch it. Wash your hands afterwards and don't touch your eyes. And instead he pulls down his shirt just enough to show this tattoo that he got. And, my mom was kind of confused and excited and just a little unsure about what to think of it. Because it wasn't just like her name that he got on his chest. No, it was her whole face tattooed on his chest over his heart because he loves her so much, which is sweet. But he forgets that tattoos are all about location, location, location. And the location of this one was just a little bit off, because where my mom's chin comes is right above his nip. And so on a cold day, it looks like she's got a 3D witch's wart. She occasionally grows a beard, and he's kind of turned her into the prison chia pet. Happy birthday, Mom. So I've been married for about 4 years now, and it's by far the hardest thing I've ever volunteered to do.
Amen. Whoa.
They say, you're gonna get to spend the rest of your life with somebody you love. And that sounds wonderful. And so you realize that means it's adding to your chores. You're not just keeping up for yourself anymore. You're keeping up for hubby and kids that come afterwards. So it can get kind of frustrating. But, you know, it's fine when you're dating because, you know, you have these emergency exits you have in your head that you can use if you need them. But, you know, now that we're married, the deal is sealed, the exits kind of go away. And it's because of that I feel like marriage is basically like a death match. 2 people enter the ring, only one survives, and that's if you did it right. But still death do us part. Till death do us part. You know, my husband and I say that to each other at least 6 to 8 times a week. At this point, I don't know if it's meant to be motivational or something I need to be concerned about. The other day I asked him, or when we were dating, I used to ask him, baby, will you love me forever? And he'd say, of course, darling, I will love you to the end of time. And now that we're married, I ask him, baby, will you love me forever? And he says, hold on there, sister. The Padre said, till death do us part. Okay, I don't have to kill you, I just have to outlive you. I think he meant it because the other day I was choking on a piece of pasta less than 10 feet away from him in the kitchen, and he just looked at me, he was like, when I was finally able to breathe again, I swear I heard him mutter, almost. But the joke's on him ultimately because I'm about 10 years younger than he is, so I know I'm going to outlive him. Chances are in my favor. That, and then I'm going to continue to pull the plug on his CPAP machine while he sleeps at night. Thank you, my name is Adrian Green. I appreciate y'all having me here.